Welcome back everyone to a brand new video, and welcome to my continuation of my some movies I watched in May 2024 tier list or whatever. I made a part 1 on this, so if you want to check that video out, you can do it. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Let's just get right into the movies. Alright, we've got Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This is a movie that when I checked the reviews on IMDb, the reviews were pretty damn good. I mean, I think this movie has like an 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb. And I want to say this movie was made in like the 70s. I think it was made like 1974 something. And it's a very well-made movie to be made in 1974. I mean, it's a simple movie. The movie isn't really that simple to make, but it's a simple movie that has like a simple concept and story and stuff. And the movie has some cool parts. It has some cool like animation that it uses sometimes, and it's pretty damn well made for being a 70s movie. But this is obviously one of the biggest things about this movie is that it's a comedy movie, and I guess it's somewhat a parody maybe. But sadly for me, this isn't my type of comedy. I don't think this movie's bad, but I don't think it's good. I mean, even though it's a pretty well-made movie and stuff, the comedy in the movie, I tried to laugh, but it's just not my type of comedy, and it doesn't work for me. I do appreciate what this movie's trying to do, but for what it wants to be and stuff, but the comedy in the movie just doesn't work for me. I don't think it's that funny, and I think it's a bit lazy, if I gotta be honest. And yeah, this movie's going up in okay. And now we've got The Secret Life of Pets. This is a movie that when I checked the reviews, it had like, I think a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb or something, which is fine, I guess. So my hopes weren't that high for the movie, but this felt like a movie that I could like. And holy shit, I fucking loved this movie. Listen, I have no idea why this movie isn't rated that high. I mean, it's got everything I want from the movie, honestly. I mean, the comedy is just, I think it's good. I think it's fun, pretty damn funny, very funny. The story's simple, and the movie's just, the animation is really good in the movie. The characters are really good. The runtime of the movie is really good. I don't know what to say. A lot of people haven't rated this movie very high. And I honestly don't understand why. It's got like all I want for what the movie wants to be. And alright, same thing with the movie, the next movie on the list, Arcadian. This movie doesn't have that high reviews, but I thought the movie was damn good. This is like, so I'm going to put the movie in really good, and let me explain why. This is a very new Nicolas Cage horror movie, I guess, and it's about this Nicolas Cage, who plays Nicolas Cage and his two boys. He plays a father in the movie, and he has to like protect his boys from these creatures. But this movie's a bit like A Quiet Place, but instead of you can't make a sound, basically the creatures come at night. And I mean, it's a really basic idea and stuff, but I don't know, you can't see that much of the creatures in this movie, but you can see a bit. And I don't know, I just really like this movie. I mean, I think the movie looks beautiful, and I think the movie's very simple. It has some good camera shots. I think the acting is very good. I think the characters are very good. Nicolas Cage delivers a strong performance in this movie, and a pretty serious one, and he doesn't have that many movies when he does that. He has a few, though. But I did think the movie was a bit too slow. Maybe we could see a bit, and I thought the movie was a bit too long. Maybe we could see a bit more of maybe we could see a bit more of Nicolas Cage's character, but and maybe a bit more we could see of the monsters or something, but I don't know what to say. I think it's a really good movie. Yeah. Next movie we've got is Prom Dates. This is a movie that I just stumbled upon on when I was looking through Disney Plus. And even though this movie has a so yeah, I was just scrolling through Disney Plus and then I saw this movie, and it was a movie that I knew about before I saw and before I knew that it was on Disney Plus. And yeah, because this is one of those high school movies, you know, the movie's a bit like I mean, it's not the same type of movie with the movies I'm about to say soon, quite soon, but it's like a high school movie. It's a bit like Superbad and what do we got? And 21 Jump Street, right? But mostly the movie is more similar to Superbad, definitely. And even though this movie has a pretty iconic and I mean a pretty generic story and stuff and a plot, it's basically it still has. I think this not a lot of people like this movie, but I really liked it. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 movie or a 9 out of 10 movie or an 8 out of 10 movie or anything like that, right? I think, but it's a movie that that I for some reason really liked. It's about these two girls. Yeah. What? Okay, that's not enough. One girl is a lesbian, while the other one is just the other girl's friend, I guess. And yeah, and this movie has some like some dark humor in it. It has some weird moments in it, but it's got some friendship drama in the movie or whatever you want to say. It's got some funny moments. It's not extremely funny, definitely not, but even though you know, a movie doesn't, just because a movie has a pretty like generic story and stuff doesn't mean that the movie's bad. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put this movie on very good. I had fun with it a lot. This movie doesn't have great reviews, and you guys can think whatever you want about this movie, but it's kind of just my type of movie. I mean, it wasn't hilarious, definitely not, and even though it has a simple and generic story, it's a movie that delivered quite a lot of what it wanted to do and be. So yeah, this is a movie that I saw when I was just looking through Netflix. I mean, I had heard about this movie before I knew that it was on Netflix, and I think I saw Austin Buck's video when he was reviewing or ranking the movie or something like that on the tier list, something like that, I think, I don't know. And on IMDb, this movie doesn't have so good reviews. I think it has like a 4.4 or 4.5 out of 10 or like a 4.7 out of 10, something like that. So I don't expect a very good movie. But the only complaint that I have, but some complaints that I have about this movie is obviously the CGI isn't great. But it's a fucking kids movie, and it annoys me because it feels like a lot of people are giving this movie a bad review just because it's a kids movie, it feels like. I mean, I think this movie it's got some likable characters, and it's got us. I really like the camp feeling of the movie. It has some cringe moments. It has some, you know, well, of course that happens moments, or like, yeah, this is clearly a children's movie. It has some weird and silly moments, and some goofy and like, it just has some weird moments and stuff, and the CGI isn't great, and blah blah blah, and the characters, but I think it's a good movie for what it wants to be. It's a pretty damn good movie because it wants to be a children's movie, and I think it does that really well. And it feels like this is a movie that both children and, I don't know, older and like teenagers or adults or grown-ups, something could like. For example, my mum would like this movie a lot. This is just her type of movies. You know, she likes, I think she'll like this movie quite a lot. She likes like family movies and whatever. I don't know what to say. And now we've got the last movie on the list. Yalla Yalla. Yalla Yalla. If you don't know what this is basically a Swedish comedy romance movie. Comedy, drama, romance movie. Something like that. And I fucking love this movie. Listen, let me go into why I like it so much. This is a movie that I think my friend recommended to me, actually. I was just looking through Netflix, and I was just like, wow, they have the movie on Netflix. How great. And so then I just watched it. And I have watched both movies that this guy has directed, I think. No, I think this person has directed like 4 or 3 movies or something like that. And I've watched this movie that he's directed, Yalla Yalla, and another movie that he's directed that's called Cops. This is, like I said before, a Swedish movie with Swedish, they're speaking Swedish in the movie, obviously, and it's a comedy drama romance movie, I think. And it's about this guy, and he like he's forced to, his parents really want him to marry someone, but he's not ready for marriage and stuff. He already has a girlfriend, but then they plan like a date for him or something. They plan for him to meet this person or meet this girl, and but then he says he already has a girlfriend. He doesn't want to marry anyone when he already has a girlfriend and stuff. Except that never mind. I'm sorry. They didn't know that. I think they didn't know in the beginning of the movie that he had not a girlfriend or whatever, a girlfriend. But then the person who the family wants him to meet also doesn't want to get married, and says that if she she says that she also doesn't want to get married, and she says that if I don't like get married or something, I'm going to get sent back to Lebanon. And then basically they plan something, and I don't want to spoil a lot about the movie and stuff, but I think the movie is very funny, really funny. I think it's pretty damn silly. I think the comedy is almost like perfect in this movie, and I think the romance is great. The build up of the movie is great. The drama's great. It's so much I like about this movie, and it's just so much my type of movie, and I would love to see more movies like this. So, yeah, it's going up in amazing. This is my list of the movies some movies that I saw in May 2024. Do you guys agree? Do you not agree? Write in the comments or something like that. If they're not turned off, YouTube sometimes automatically turns them off. I have no idea why. But yeah, thanks for watching.